Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go. Now, oh my God, guys. I gotta tell you, let me tell you, we've had a nightmare. In the last 24 hours, we've had a nightmare because, as I told you guys, we're isolating. I told you this 2 days ago in the update video that I made about my illness. I said, we're isolating as if we have COVID. So we are not going out. We're ordering everything in for delivery to avoid spreading the illness. But everything we've ordered has had fucking problems. And we never have problems ordering anything for this house. I'm serious. Like, we, at any other time of the year, any moment that we need anything, we can order it and get it right away, lickety-split. But now, because we're sick and we're isolating, everything's a fucking problem. Alright? So allow me to tell you a couple stories. Alright? So first of all, you know, yesterday was our day off. Yeah, right. Like, you're gonna have a real day off in the middle of being so sick. Right? So we had ordered our groceries for the first time ever for delivery. What we did on Wednesday, and man, it wasn't easy because I was still sick on Wednesday. What we did is we made a list, a shopping list for meals for the week, and it was basically a whole lot of soup. We were like, let's do multiple days where we're just going to eat soup together because we're going to be sick. So, you know, I think 3 days this week we're eating soup for dinner with like a big fresh roll of bread, chop it up, dip it in the soup and stuff like that. And then, you know, assuming the second half of the week is going to be normal and we can cook meals and stuff and eat again. So we made our grocery list of what we need. I'm like, all right, we're going to try home delivery. We've literally not, in the entirety of COVID and all these years, since it's always recommended you get home delivery for your groceries, we've never tried it once, right? So how does it work? Well, what you got to do is you got to join a subscription program. If you don't, they charge you a ridiculous amount of money for delivery. And then on top of that, there's more money you have to pay. So there's a 30-day trial to try their subscription program. All right, fine. Let's do the 30-day trial. All right. And let's see how it works. So we sign up for this 30-day trial for grocery delivery. All right. We make our list. And admittedly, making the list is easy because it goes off of your order history of what you've bought at the grocery store before. So you can find all the items you're going to buy again because you like them. They're common items you get, like this right here and stuff like that. You can just find in a list, oh, I want that. Give me 2 of that. I want that. I want 2 of that. So you can go boop, 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 and that makes it very easy. Okay? The pricing is off because it's like universal pricing. But what ends up happening is at the end of the process, then they adjust the prices to like your local area. And if you're in like the discount club, of course, everyone's in the discount club for grocery stores. You just sign up with your information and then you get like, you know, money off or whatever. So that all kind of checks out at the end. So basically making the list, getting it all together was easy. Free 30-day trial. That's easy. All right. So we do all this stuff. Boom, 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 boom. And we put in our order. All right. Excuse me. We put in our order and everything. And someone already said, well, why didn't you do no contact pickup? You have to remember, I did this on Wednesday. On Wednesday, I was still sick. I hadn't even made, like, the update video or anything yet. This was, like, earlier on Wednesday. I didn't know how I was going to feel. So I didn't want to commit to driving and going and picking up 100 groceries myself. You know, what if I was sick and I get dizzy? I don't want to be driving. You know what I'm saying? So I needed to have it delivered. So, anyway. So we put the whole order in. And I'm like, there's got to be a catch somewhere. There's got to be a catch somewhere. Where does it cost money? It can't be free. 30-day trial, right? In-store prices. Where's the catch? The catch is you have to pay a delivery fee to the driver. Now, when you order food out through like Uber Eats or DoorDash or any of those delivery services, you have to pay a tip to your driver, and that's what the driver gets paid. It's exactly the same thing with grocery delivery. You have to tip your driver, and they recommend that you tip a percentage rate of how much you spent at the store. Well, it just so happens this is a big stock up, you know, week for us. So it's hundreds of dollars. So because of that, the tip is really high. We're like, okay, well, you know, this is not something that we would normally pay if we went to the grocery store, but I guess it's worth it. There's going to be a lot of groceries showing up. So pay this tip, right, to get it delivered or whatever, right? So, is it more expensive than going to the store? Yes, because normally it wouldn't be a free 30-day trial. You'd be paying this monthly fee for the subscription service. And then on top of that, you have to pay a tip for the driver to deliver the food. Okay? So anyway, we put it in, and they say, okay, so you get it delivered on Thursday at the earliest. We put this in at, I want to say, like 2 p.m. Wednesday. So you think maybe they could deliver it tonight. No. The earliest they could do it is the next day. Okay? So when can it show up? Well, just listen to this. 8 a.m. to noon, 9 a.m. to 1, or 12 p.m. to 4. And I'm thinking in my head, those are the stupidest time windows I've ever heard. Because 2 of them are so early. I don't want to have to get up. I'm sick. Do I have to get up at 8 in the morning to bring in heavy-ass bags of groceries into my fucking house if they dump these on my porch? Of course not. Right? So, obviously, you don't want to have them delivering it at 8 a.m. So, you're not going to pick that one. Right? Same thing, 9 a.m. So, you're like, okay, 12 to 4 makes more sense. Right? Let's do the 12 to 4 window. So, now keep in mind, we need that food so that we can eat dinner. We have no food in the house now. It's our normal day where we would go out. Like, Thursday would have been our day where we order food, like from a restaurant or something for delivery. We're sick. We're not doing that. We're just going to order from the grocery store and eat, like, soup or whatever. So we ordered this food to eat for dinner. We're waiting for soup and bread and everything to show up for dinner. So, you know, we're thinking 12 to 4, it'll show up before 4. You know, no big deal. We'll probably get it early afternoon. We'll have a nice early afternoon dinner. We'll feel better. It'll be good, you know. So the day starts to pass, and looking at the delivery, right, 12 o'clock reaches, no update. 1 o'clock hits, no update. What the hell's going on? Not even an update on, like, what's going on with our order? So around 2 p.m. hits, and it says, your order was prepared at 9 a.m. at a grocery store, I'm not kidding you, over an hour away from where you live. Wait, what? Our local grocery store, the one we go to all the time. We have 2 of them near us that are within a 10-minute drive, 2 different directions. They decided to get groceries from a grocery store of this chain over an hour away. And it's been sitting ready to be picked up and delivered all day long. Huh? How does this make any sense? It doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Why wouldn't they just get it from the local grocery store and drive it down the fucking street? Instead, they've got some guy driving all around the state of Washington delivering groceries from a grocery store over an hour away, and it takes him all day to do these deliveries. So, we don't get updated. Excuse me. We don't get updated until 2:30 in the afternoon, and we get told, oh, your driver who's been driving all day from this grocery store over an hour away is running late. Your driver will not be there till 4:30 p.m. And we're like, what? Like, you're kidding me, because we're hungry. Like, we're waiting. We want the soup. We're both sick. We don't have anything else in the house to really eat besides, like, granola bars, you know, or Lunchmeat sandwiches, which aren't really appetizing when you're sick and you can't taste anything. You want some soup and crackers and bread, you know, that kind of stuff. So I'm like, what, you know, this sucks. Like, what's going on? So I just happened to call the customer service line because I wanted to know how this works. And they said, all right, so just so you know, here's how it works, because we get this complaint literally every day. It goes by your zip code. So you could literally be the farthest away end of the zip code, and they'll still deliver groceries from the grocery store that's at the very edge of your zip code. So it could be 2 hours away, but if it's in your zip code, you'll still get food from that grocery store. And they can't control it. There's nothing they can do about it. That's just how the system works. And I was like, why doesn't it say that when you sign up for it or when you purchase it? Sorry, sir, we don't make the system. Okay, fair enough. Your customer support. I'm not going to yell at you or anything, but that's kind of shitty that you don't explain that in the ordering process. You pay for everything first, then it tells you the next day that this is how it works, right? It's kind of messed up. So I said, so let me get this straight. This guy's been driving around all day since 9 a.m. with our groceries on his truck. Yes. I was like, but we have frozen stuff in there. Like, there's frozen foods and stuff in the order. Could it be melted? Yes. Yes, it could be melted. His truck's supposed to be cold, but there's no guarantee that when that stuff shows up to your house, it'll still be cold. Wow. So what happens, number one, what happens if he's late? And number two, what happens if the stuff shows up all messed up? They said, number one, if he shows up significantly late, call us again. We'll give you like a small credit. Like, we'll give you $10. Oh, good. $10. That's really helping, right? But what happens if, like, the stuff shows up and it's all melted or it's spoiled because this guy's had it in his car all day? And they said, well, if that's the case, again, contact us and you tell us everything and we'll just give you the money back for the things that are spoiled. I said, you understand, this doesn't solve the problem. I ordered groceries because I need them. I'm sick. I'm stuck at home. The whole point is to have the delivery of the groceries to my house reliably, not you fuck it all up and you give me my money back, because that doesn't give me the groceries. Like, I need the fucking groceries. So this is how it works. This is how their system works. It's a broken ass, unprofessional, not refined system. And they've been using this system since COVID in 2020. It's the end of 2023. They haven't figured this out yet. All right? So, the food did arrive around 4:30 p.m. And what happened was, the guy brought a bunch of plastic, like, storage containers with those foldable tops. He brought them up to the stairs, and he, on a pallet, like a giant pallet, he rolled it all up and started basically unloading plastic bags of groceries onto the front doorstep. Now, what if we were both ill? And, like, we were. Luckily for me, yesterday I was getting better. So I was able to bring all the groceries in. My wife couldn't. She was deathly ill. She was, you know, in bed, couldn't move. So what if we were both sick? Who the fuck brings the groceries in? I don't know. But anyway, so thankfully, I was bringing in all these groceries. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop. Bring them all in, right? And all right, let's take a look. So I'm checking everything. And I will say this, thankfully, everything we ordered was there. I was shocked. I thought for sure they would have forgotten something. Everything that we ordered was completely there. So excellent, right? That's good. That's good news. But we get to the end of unpacking everything, and I'm like, what's that? There's an extra bag. They gave us a bag of someone else's groceries too. So someone else got screwed. And we're looking at what's in this bag, right? Well, we're like, well, a couple of pears. Well, that's, I guess we'll eat the pears. And an insane amount of cheese. Like, it was a crazy ass cheese bag full of Monterey Jack, cheddar, mixed blend, Gouda, and something. There's like 7 or 8 kinds of cheese in this bag. I'm looking at it like, how are we gonna possibly eat all this cheese? There's no way. We don't eat that much cheese, right? Here, you want to know the worst part? Excuse me. Whoever ordered it, some of this cheese is really high-end, expensive cheese. Like, if you don't live out here, you wouldn't know about it. But there's a brand out here. It's called Tillamook. There's Tillamook Farms. It's a local farm that does a lot of dairy. They do milk. They do cheese. They do, you know, any kind of dairy stuff. It's considered a high-end cheese out here. It's way more expensive than, like, the store brand stuff. And some of the cheese is Tillamook cheese. And we're looking at it like, that's crazy. Like, this is a lot of food, you know? So I did contact them in the app. You know, I did the chat, and I explained. I was like, so just so you know, the order did show up. It showed up like a half an hour late. I'm not going to complain about I want money back or whatever. But I got an extra bag of food, and they're like, you just keep it. They're like, you know, we're not going to come back for it. You just keep the food. That's an error on our behalf. It must have been that someone mispacked it and put that into your order. So you keep it, and then someone else got screwed out of a bag of food, didn't get it. So that could have been us. That absolutely could have been us in that situation, okay? So, I mean, our initial impressions of using this delivery service is it's not very good. It's not reliable at all. You know, you're going to pay a monthly fee to do it, and you're expecting like you're going to get a level of service, and you don't get it. You're going to get groceries from who knows where, because it could be anywhere in your zip code. It could be your local store. It could be somewhere 2 hours away. So you don't know how fresh your groceries are going to be when they arrive. There's no guarantee of when you're going to get them. You could try to schedule for when you're available or when you're feeling up to it, and they end up showing up too late or whatever. Like, we were starving. No exaggeration. We were absolutely starving by the time that we unpacked and everything, and we were wolfing down our food and everything, our soup and bread and everything, because we were so hungry. So it's just not very good. I would say the only people who really should get that are people who absolutely cannot go to the grocery store because they're too old, maybe, you know. And so that way you just bring in your groceries off your front doorstep, I guess. But outside of that, like, imagine ordering all your groceries. They show up super late. They're all, you know, not cold because they're on a truck all day. Oh, by the way, and half your groceries are missing just because someone fucked up the order. And now what do? Now you just don't have groceries. You know? So, yeah, I mean, it was not a good experience. And I said to my wife, this sucks because this is something that maybe we would have kept. And on our days off when we're staying home to relax, I wouldn't have to go to the grocery store. We could just order this way and have it delivered and save ourselves the trouble. I don't think so now. I don't think that's not reliable enough, you know? So, at least it's nice to know that in situations where you absolutely need it, it's there as an emergency service, but it certainly doesn't seem like... And how do you not... In over 3 years they've been doing this since COVID, they haven't figured this out yet, apparently. My first experience with this thing is not good, you know? So, it sucks, right? It is what it is. But, so that's part one. Now, hold on, because I got to blow my nose. I'm going to get up and do it off camera.
I got the drip going. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.